Greetings and salutations and welcome back to Salamanca once again. I am your host as always. Without further ado, let us see what has happened. Bit of charging cavalry. Beyond that, not much. Oof. Yeah, what's left of the light division ain't getting away, alas. So yeah, the light division's been destroyed, unfortunately. The French, however... Ooh, the French position is... very much in chaos. It looks like the French are running all over the place. Are starting to run like crazy. Which, this may be a good opportunity. Ow. With the French line collapsing all over the place. We should, hopefully, cause enough chaos to really push it at this point. 11 men. Ooh, they lost a leader. The French are falling back at this point because, well, with their line collapsing, there's not much choice in the matter. Alright, the Kingos have taken way too many losses, so I'm gonna actually pull them out. My line is still falling apart. Yep, so George Anson was killed and has been replaced by Colonel Ponsonby. 15 units undisordered out of 57. 4 units rallied out of 9. 6 units recover fatigue. No one routed. 3 units resupplied. Alright, starting up here. We are to start getting the skirmishers over the river. At the very least. I'm not going to be able to get anything else over, but it may be enough. Yeah. The poor old 43rd Monmouthshire are going to be captured at this point. Plink. Alright, let's get you out of the way. Now, this is where the fun begins. Guns. I'm not actually going to shoot you. I'm going to limber you up and get you moving. Let's think. The 12th Light Dragoons are going to charge this direction, overrun the supplies, and then end up behind them. The cavalry is to continue doing its thing, however, which is that essentially. Yeah, you're going to end up all the way over there on your own. They're going to fall back and look to rally. As I try and rally my chaps. Guns. Guns, guns, guns. You will hit them. 18 pounders to them. Lawson's battery, you are to hit the square. Bull's troop of guns, which are there, you are to blast them in the face. MacDonald, Fourth King's German Legion battery will do the same, and then this battery here will blast them in the face. At this point, stiff upper lip is what's required, given the nastiness of the fighting. We'll wipe out another gun crew. The Shropshires, you are to pour it into them. Pour it into the back of them. You will rejoin your battalion and cross. You will get across as well, so you can start doing your thing. The South Gloucesters, Lucy with the South Gloucesters and the North Devons, they are to come and try and get across. The Hearts will move forward and then pour a volley into them. Hooray for stiff upper lip. That's all I can say here. Hooray for British stiff upper lip. What do we say? Still a French minor victory for the moment. Did they lose another leader? Yes, they did, didn't they? They lost General de Brigade Berthelot, who was wounded, which is something, to say the least. It's very handy. The Queens can move up, will actually form up behind them. Alright. What else have we got? You two can plink at those guns as always. In this case, the Black Watch, the Camerons, both the Black Watch and the Camerons are to form up and do what they want to do. You two are to shoot at them. And try and shove them away. You are disordered, so you're actually going to fall back. You're exhausted, so you're going to fall back. You're exhausted both numbers-wise and actually physically exhausted. King's German Legion will stay there for the time being. What do we got? Square can move forward. We'll move the square forward. It's going to hurt most likely. No, because they're disordered, thankfully. They are thankfully disordered. I gained disorder by moving there. Makes sense. We're in line. And we moved quite a distance. Hence the disorder. The Brunswickers will pour it into them. And do a nice chunk of damage. "50 men, that was a vicious volley. That was a real vicious volley. What's left of the King's Own will fall back at this point. Except for this battalion, they will stay there. They're exhausted, but they are still intact, somewhat. The Royals. Pour it in. East Norfolks. Come on, my brave British stiff upper lip. Plinked away at the guns again. These boys of the East Essex. John Hope himself will go sit there. James Leith, having rallied the Portuguese somewhat, is to send Spry's brigade forward again, with it having rallied. Even though in places it is far too exhausted, I would rather have it, in this case, exhausted rather than dead. Who do you belong to? You belong to them, so you go over there. You are part of Spry, so you get over there and start plinking away as well, like all the other skirmishers. And then you belong up there with them. General Resender. Where is General Resender anyway? He's up there. Resender, you are too far ahead of your boys. So I'm going to pull him back and place him in the North Devons here for a second. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. And got myself disordered for that. For my trouble. Still, could have been worse. For now then, since they can't change formation, they are going to just try and pour it in. You're not in a position to form line. So up here. Let's see, where's old Nosy? There he is. He doesn't have range on the light division, or what's left of it. Since you are in, you can still shoot even though you're in square. You're gonna do so. %69% of them are left. That's not a grand amount. It's a small battalion at this point, so you are going to rejoin the Durhams. As are you at this point. Well, you're going to join your battalion as well, because these are two very, very small battalions. And I really want them to be helpful. Staffs. You are first staffs. You are second. You can't rejoin. So James Leaf in this case is gonna continue milling about. Inner Skillen. What do we do with the Inner Skillen in this case? I'm actually going to pull the Inner Skillen back. Tuck them behind there. Move them up. And then form them into line. At the same time, I'll move up this company of the 60th. Plink at those dragoons. So I've lost, what, 13,500 men to the French. Just under 12,000. Partly because of good old-fashioned British fire discipline. These boys are to continue falling back, as they are just not in a good spot. They are too battered and bruised at this point. My boys are too battered and bruised. In this case, I'm actually going to willingly disorder myself to do that. Shoot at the guns. As that horse gun there has really been holding me up. The Connaught Rangers. Again, you are exhausted, disorganised, and everything in between at this point. Colville's batter. Yeah. My boys are a little, not in the best situations. Pack. Let's get Pack into place. Who are you? You're first. Where is the 16th? There it is. You're part of Manly Power, so you can go over there. And then what's left of Power's brigade will fall back, for the most part anyway. Save for a couple of elements. When the time comes, Captain Douglas's battery of 9-pounders will come up and start blasting away at the French. Who else can be fired? You haven't fired, but can you? You do have range, so do so, please. I know you're a square, but hey, a square shooting is still a square shooting. You haven't shot, but you're in a column, so you're not really worth shooting. I think that is it. Beyond shifting my King's German Legion about so they can provide some support. You will actually go there. Coldstream Guards will charge across the bridge. There's what? A few Frenchmen there ready to stop. In this case, actually, I'm going to not throw the Coldstreams. I'm going to throw the whole damn lot across the bridge. The Coldstreams and the Foot Guards. So, in this case, I think that's all my shooting. Oh, no, it's not. Almost forgot them. It's a good thing I checked, isn't it? Yeah, there's not a lot of them left. There's 30%. 57% of these boys. 44 of them. Yeah, not a lot left at all. And for that reason, I'm actually going to move Old Nosy that way. To try and get his command radius towards them. So we can hopefully rally them a bit. For the moment, they will shift along ever so slightly to do that. Spanish, will pour out a little bit of fire while they can. They are all detached, unfortunately. These light guns... We're going to bring the Spanish guns through the trees to get them on the hill. So, with that, let's see what happens. Melee. What can we do? Well, over here we have the gut first and foremost. Why? What unit can't do it? Alright, with that, the guards are now across the river. They're gonna get blasted in the face by 3 6-pounders, by the looks of it. But they should be in a position to really get across the river. The stream. It's not a river, it's a stream! Over here, yeah, the Lancers will do that to them. Now, up here, what can we do? We have got the Spanish are still able to somewhat do stuff. So in this case, the 7th not Spanish, Portuguese Infantry Regiment will do that. Get pretty tired for it, but that should be enough to somewhat help. The Royals, they're not disordered. Who else is disordered along this route? Not isolated. We are looking for... Ooh, where is it? Not detached, not fixed. Either I am completely blind. Well, there is no one isolated. Yet. There we go. Disorder. Let's have a look-see at disorders. Yeah, this bit is quite disordered, but otherwise, the French down here are in complete chaos, but then so am I. Up here, it's a little bit more... You know what? I wonder... We are exhausted, unfortunately, but... Ow. Let's see. Yeah, that didn't really do a lot. Yeah, alas, no more melee charges for me. That is... Because that is just too damn... exhausting slash chaos inducing. Too exhausting, too chaos inducing. The Queens will do this for the sake of barging those skirmishers out the way and putting a threat on the flank of this lot. So, again, with the French routing in big numbers in places, mostly in skirmishers, of course. I mean, I could melee them with the Brunswick or Jaegers, but there is no damn point. So, for now, I thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this crazy carnage. Ugh. Those filthy, filthy losses. Still, for now, I thank you. I hope you have enjoyed. We've got 13 turns left to go, but I'm thinking it will probably be over within the next few. Still, again, I thank you all for watching. I hope you liked. Please consider to give the thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment. It is all appreciated. But until next time, this has been Salamanca. I have been your host, and I will see you all next time. So until next time, bye bye for now.